Hey guys, Miss Dragon here. And today we're gonna be playing 3 random games. So all these games are demos, and they're all, how should I say, questionable dating sims? Yeah. As always, links to each game will be in the description below. They're all available on itch for free. So let's get into the first game. All right, so our first game is called Where Winter Crows Go. So this is a horror dating sim. Pretty sure with a yandere. But I think that's this one. Well, let's just get started. Disclaimer. Attention. This game contains strong language, emotional abuse, manipulation, isolation, depictions of blood, shaking screen, and implications of work. Okay, please don't play if you're sensitive to any of these things. Check the game's page for more information. Hey there, Snowflake. Before we begin the story, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. What are your preferred pronouns? I'm a she, her. Excellent. And what is your name? I am Miss Dragon. Oh wow, it fits. Miss Dragon. I like it. Can't wait to meet you. Yes, can't wait to meet you too, questionable human being. The road is quiet. No real sound can be heard except for the humming of my four-wheeled companion. No sign from any other cars in hours, not even a motorbike. Frosty air is so prominent I can feel it pierce through the window's glass. Bless whoever invented car heaters. Sigh. I don't know why I suddenly grabbed my backpack for a 1-week trip to Frost Peak Town. I mean, I know it's supposedly famous for skiing or whatever, but it's literally in the middle of nowhere. What am I? A teenager hungry for a thrill? Who am I kidding? I know exactly why I'm doing this. Fuck my work. Fuck my boss. Fuck society. They can burn each other for all I care. I'm not usually this impulsive, but winter sports might be just what I need to take my mind off things. And no one's going to take me away from my well-earned break. No one. What the heck? In the middle of my venting session, a crow flies right in front of the windshield. Ah! Although I nearly lose control, I manage to get a firm hold of the steering wheel. Damn bird. Is it suicidal or what? It nearly killed me. Whatever. I'll just... Huh? The car seems weirdly off balance all of a sudden. Really? Now? Here? Shit. Shit! Goddamn, Herbie, you're looking a little flat over there. And your parent is so irresponsible that she forgot to bring your spare tire. I take my phone from my pants pocket. No reception. Of course. No one is going to take away your well-earned break, huh, Miss Dragon? Well, a stupid crow just fucking did. I kick the snow. Sigh. As much as complaining feels good to get your frustrations out of your chest, it's not going to solve anything. Time to explore the wondrous world of Winter Wonderland. Right. Now where would I go if my car had a problem? A gas station. Yeah, if only. There's literally nothing here. Nothing but snow and big-ass trees. Frost Peak Town should be somewhere around this area, though. I just need to keep walking. At least the view is pretty. And we're walking. Well, the trees changed. I guess that's some progress. The others were pines, right? Not sure what these ones, though. But still, how come I haven't seen a single person or animal throughout my entire hike? Don't bears usually live here? Not that I'd want to meet one. Okay. Hope I don't find one of their dens while they're hibernating. I'm surprised I didn't see any deer either, considering there was a sign and all. Is it me, or is it getting colder? Guess I'll keep walking. It usually happens when you spend a lot of time outside, is you get cold and colder and colder. Okay, nah, it's definitely colder now. My hands feel like ice cubes, and of course, I had to forget my fucking gloves. Ugh. Sure enough, the freezing weather brings out the first snowflakes of the day. They fall slowly yet relentlessly, and I can't resist the urge to catch a few with my tongue. I wish they tasted like something. Usually, I don't mind snow. It's undeniable that the tiny ice crystals are very pretty. Especially when it's sunny, it's as if everything is glistening. Not to mention, snow has a strange way of making you feel nostalgic, even if you've never seen it before. Yep, I definitely don't mind it. You could even say I like it. When I know I'm not at a risk of getting hypothermia, that is. What's next? A snowstorm? Ask and you shall receive. Great. Is that a log cabin? Maybe whoever lives there can help me. Or not. I'm having such bad luck today that I wouldn't be surprised if it was abandoned. I bet it can protect me from the storm, though. I hope. Never mind. I don't want to be alone in the cold. Let me see another human being. Hello? Is anyone in there? Please, I need help. No answer. Maybe they didn't hear me? My car got a flat tire and I have nowhere to go. Can you help me? Please. My hands are numb and have turned a deep shade of purple. My body's shivering so violently I can barely stand. Fucking hell, it's so cold! The front door starts unlocking. Help! Day 1. Where am I? I wake up in an unfamiliar room. Is this inside the log cabin? I must have passed out. I wonder what time it is. Did I sleep the whole night? Out of habit, I touch my pants pocket to take out my phone. What the? Only to find I'm wearing an entirely new outfit. Huh. I guess whoever helped me out must have changed my clothes. They even bandaged my hands. I should go find them. Wow, this cabin is bigger than it looks. How many rooms does it even have? The door at the far back must be the entrance. I hear a bit of noise from the room on the right. Is that where the person who helped me is? Then again, I don't know who they are. What if it's someone dangerous? Well, not like I have the keys anyway. I should at least meet them before drawing any conclusions. Also, they did help me, so they can't be that bad. Horror game main characters must be rubbing off on me. Yeah. Just because they helped you doesn't mean they're a good person. When I enter the room, I find myself in a small yet cozy kitchen. And then I see him. A green-haired man who appears to be of average stature, wearing a lab coat and washing the dishes. That's kind of anticlimactic. Huh? Shit. I said that out loud. And now he's staring at me. Ah! Abort. Abort mission. Maybe I can escape through the window. Oh hey, you woke up. The man either chooses to ignore my slip-up or doesn't really care. After removing his cleaning gloves, he takes a few steps my way. And stops right in front of me. I was actually about to check up on you after cleaning up. How do you feel? I'm feeling great. I'm actually feeling great. Really? I'm glad. Well, it's just, if it wasn't for you, I don't think I would have survived. You even treated my frostbitten hands and all. Thank you so much. Oh, he's blushing. How cute. Mister? Sorry. Haha, you just caught me off guard. But by the way, I'm sorry about changing your clothes without permission. It was kind of an emergency since you were... Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, you did what you had to do in that kind of situation. If anything, I'm actually really grateful, because otherwise I would have probably gotten hypothermia. Or worse. Much worse. The man gives a sigh of relief. Thank goodness. I can't believe he was worried about what I was gonna think when his actions literally saved my life. He's kinda cute, not gonna lie. If you don't mind my asking, can you tell me what happened? How did you get caught in the snowstorm? Oh, right. What can I say? A stupid crow scared the hell out of me while I was driving, and my car got a flat tire as a result. I see. That's quite unfortunate. Did I say something weird? Anyway, I thought I'd ask for help, but you're literally the first person I've seen in this whole area. Which reminds me, I don't think we've introduced ourselves yet, right? True. Does he need to pee or something? Why is he suddenly so nervous? Now I'm getting nervous. I better get introductions out of the way. I'm Miss Dragon. Oh, what a pretty name.
I'm
Crow. Oh, he speaks. Seriously? No wonder you made a weird face. But don't worry, I only meant the animal. Besides, I doubt anyone who has a job that requires wearing a lab coat is actually stupid. Well, mostly anyway. Not that he needs to know that. I know, I just wasn't expecting to hear my name in quite that manner. I bet. In any case, it's nice to meet you, Crow. The pleasure is all mine. This guy is so nice. I wonder if he could tell me how far I am from Frost Peak Town. Wouldn't be good to overstay my welcome after all. Can I ask you something? Where are my manners? I still haven't offered you anything to drink. Oh, it's okay. I don't want to impose. Nonsense. I finally have a guest after all. Finally? I'll go ahead and prepare some chaga tea. It's very good for the cold weather. Thank you. I have no idea what chaga is, but he seems to know what he's talking about. So, would you like something to eat as well? Don't be shy now. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Are you sure you don't mind?
Don't worry about it.
I love cooking, so it's no trouble at all. In that case, I'd love to eat something too. Thank you. My pleasure. Oh, that reminds me. Is there anything you can't eat? Nah, I'm good with anything. I'm good with anything.
Alrighty.
I like when I don't have to voice some of his lines. Why don't you wait for me in the living room? It's right next to the kitchen. This place even has a living room? Yeah, gotcha. Wow. Crow sure has a lot of books. I wonder if he's some kind of scientist? He looks the part, at least. It's pretty cozy too, kinda surreal knowing how cold it is outside. After awkwardly wandering about the room for a couple of minutes, I decide to sit on one of the couches. Oh my gosh! I lift my butt and throw myself on the couch a few more times for good measure. So comfy! I should remember to ask Crow where he buys his cushions. The carpet looks really inviting too. Should I take off my boots to feel the fiber texture under my feet? Yes. Do it! Here goes! It's so soft! Maybe I'll buy one for my home. Having fun? Crow smirks at me while holding a tray with a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry. Don't worry. I'm not mad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It makes me happy that you feel right at home. Alright, here you go. Ooh. Wow, pancakes! I quickly pick up my fork to give them a taste. They look so good, though. Mmm. The fluffy texture of the pancakes combined with the juiciness of the berries and the floral and sweet taste of the honey sends me right to heaven. So good! Several compliments slip out of my mouth before I even finish swallowing. I can't help it. They're freaking amazing. Looks like someone was hungry. Ugh, that's embarrassing. When am I, a kid? Sorry about that. Got a bit too excited. Nothing to be sorry about. I'm happy you like them so much. They were fantastic. I never had honey this good. What type of honey is it? This is spring wildflower honey. Isn't it wonderful how the flavor and color can change so much depending on the time of year it's harvested? Definitely. It also depends on the flowers the bees collect the nectar from. That's so cool. I'd love to try other types of honey. Don't forget the chaga tea though, it'll warm you right up. I take the mug of chaga tea and rest my cheek on the ceramic. It's warm and has an earthy aroma. I've never had chaga tea before, but it doesn't smell like anything I've ever tasted. What herb or fruit does it come from? Curious, aren't we? Chaga is a type of mushroom that grows in the bark of birch trees. It's a little hard to find, and you need to be careful not to confuse it with dead chaga, but it's worth the search since it's very good for you. Wow, that's kind of cool.
Right? Nature is amazing.
It sure is. When it's not trying to kill you, that is. But I don't want to dampen the mood. He looks happy. I distract myself by taking a sip of the tea, but almost choke at the unexpected taste. Ah, so bitter. Oh, whoops. I forgot to mention that. Here.
Have some sugar, Snowflake.
He calls me Snowflake. Again. Snowflake? Should I blush or give him a nickname too? Why would we give him a nickname? We'll just blush. Oh, thanks. God, I was definitely not expecting that. Is that a blush I see? How cute. Maybe I should call you Snowflake more often. Well, I don't mind.
I see. Good to know.
This is only because I like the pet name. This is only because I like the pet name. I add 2 teaspoons of sugar and stir. We're so easily swayed. Better? A lot, thank you. Maybe the bitter taste will grow on you with time. I actually like bitter tea, so... yeah, anyways. Haha, who knows? I wonder if the natural food store near home sells chaga tea. Which reminds me, are you a nature scientist, Crow? Oh, curious about me, aren't we? Maybe. I like your honesty.
Something like that. I prefer to call myself an environmental researcher.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Do you have anything you specialize in?
Well, nature is pretty vast, so I study a bit of everything. Plants, animals, ecosystems. But right now I'm researching partial migration in certain animals.
Partial? Your face tells me you have more questions. You got me. Partial migration is just like the name suggests. It's a phenomenon where only some individuals of a certain species move from one region to another while the rest stay put. I see. Kinda like when some birds migrate because of winter? Yes, exactly. For some reason, the animals who don't migrate during winter tend to be the same as the ones who don't migrate the following year, and so forth. That's intriguing, isn't it? It really makes you want to know why. Perhaps it's a bit ironic, but I'm actually focusing on crows right now. Well, what can I say? It fits you to a T. I'd better do the research justice then. That makes me wonder, was the crow I saw on the road a partial migrator or not? But enough about me. Why don't you tell me more about yourself? Promise you're not gonna laugh?
Cross my heart and hope to die.
Okay. To be honest, I needed a break. My job back home is really stressful, to say the least. And I don't know when the last time I took a holiday was. A real holiday. Not just a day off, you know? I start to fidget with my fingers. Work's always like, this is urgent, or I need you to be online, or Jerry screwed up again and now we've got to do overtime. Every day, at every hour, everywhere, it's pure chaos. I bend forward. There's just no escape. I bury my head in my hands. I feel so stuck all the time. Like there's no point in anything. Like I'm living to work and not working to live. I know that feeling! Like I want to disappear for a whole week and not think about anything. I know that feeling! Which is pretty much what I did. God, what am I saying to a stranger? Sorry, got a bit overwhelmed for a second. It's alright, Snowflake. I think it's good that you're letting it all out. He's being so sweet, I almost want to cry. But I feel embarrassed about being so vulnerable with a person I barely know. Call me weird for thinking this, but it feels so right to talk to him.
I'm not sure why you thought I was going to laugh, though. What I see is a very hard-working person who's clearly not being appreciated and needs to relax.
Aww. And probably be a little pampered, too. I think you were right in taking a week off. In fact, you should have probably asked for more. Thank you. Though I'm sure Crow noticed my voice breaking, he chooses not to say anything, probably out of kindness. Why didn't you tell me more about this holiday of yours? Where were you planning to go? Oh, right. Well, I actually wanted to ask you about it before. Is Frost Peak Town too far away from here?
Huh?
Did you say Frost Peak Town? Yeah, I was looking for places to visit that were good for relieving stress. Not beaches, mind you, something to actually let my frustrations out. So I kept searching and found a bunch of articles saying how skiing was really good for all that. Then, let's just say I chose the place that was furthest away from home to feel like I was genuinely going on a trip. A bit of a thrill seeker, aren't we? I mean, not really, but I guess I needed a bit of excitement to take my mind off things.
Is that so? How curious.
God, he's adorable. Why is he so adorable? Okay, anyways, that smile should be legal. By the way, to answer your last question, Frost Peak Town is around this area. Really? Yes. I sense a but coming on. But it's a few hours away by driving, unfortunately. Oh. There is a bus that takes you there, though, and the bus stop isn't far from here. Then again, the snowstorm yesterday did quite a number on the roads. So it will probably take a while until all the snow is removed. They will most likely have to repair the damage, too. Fucking hell. Do you know how much time it'll take until the buses resume their usual route? About a week, I'm assuming? Shit. There goes my holiday. Guess I'll have to stay in this area then. What about hotels? Are there any around here, Crow? Hotels? I don't think so. Not many people come visit around these parts. They don't? Not during winter, at least. What does that mean? Unlike Frost Peak, this village doesn't have any real attractions, per se. Not to mention only about 11 people live here. Farmers and people with summer vacation houses, to be more precise. Well, and me. Wait, this is a rural area? More so in the other seasons. It's mostly deserted during winter since this village is not well suited to shelter cattle in such harsh weather conditions. It's most likely the reason why this village is called Winter Hollow. Winter Hollow. Sounds kind of cool, but also a bit ominous.
A bit similar to partial migration, don't you think?
I suppose. Now that he mentions it, that must always be why I saw no one on the way here. I'm pretty sure Frost Peak must have at least one hotel in its town, but... what am I supposed to do then? We don't say anything for a while. This is probably the unluckiest break I've had in a long time. Getting a flat and having no replacement for it, forgetting my gloves when going to such a cold place. Getting caught in a snowstorm in a village that's pretty much deserted, save for one person. Am I cursed or something? Why can't luck be on my side for once? Crow is the first one to break the silence.
Why don't you stay here for a few days?
Eh? Did I hear him right? Why do you look so surprised? Considering there aren't many alternatives, I think it's a good idea, don't you think? I'd love to stay. Really? I'd love to.
Huh?
Yes. Let's stay with the questionable researching stranger. Who could kill us, and no one would know. Anyways, that's great. Maybe this is a bit silly, but to be honest, I've always wanted to spend a holiday in a log cabin. 'Cause, I mean, just look at them. At yours. They're so freaking cool. But don't worry, I'll definitely... Huh? Damn it, I did it again. Sorry about that. I got way too enthusiastic over there. I love his laugh. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. It makes me overjoyed that you like my cabin and want to stay. His enthusiasm is so infectious that I find myself jumping for joy as well. Seems I have a roommate now. Thank you, Crow. I mean it. Aw.
We're going to have so much fun you'll never want to leave.
Oh, is that so? Stop teasing me like that, or I might just believe you. I think he's serious. I'll go wash the dishes. You don't have to. I flashed my palm at him before he finishes his sentence. Nope, you're already letting me stay in your home for a whole week. The least I can do is help you with the dishes and a few other things. Just name it and I'll do it. Alright. Good, I'll be right back. I arrange the dirty mugs, plates, and teapot on the tray. And head back to the kitchen.
I wasn't joking before, Snowflake.
Oh, he wasn't joking, huh? Oh, goodness. Day 2. I guess we're brushing our teeth? After waking up to one of the best night's sleeps I've ever had, I make sure to clean myself up in the bathroom. Phew, thank God Crow has so many spare toothbrushes. I guess it makes sense that you'd need to supply yourself with a whole bunch of stuff if you live in the woods. Can't really make a quick trip to the grocery store, can you? I didn't see a car outside the cabin, though, so maybe he gets everything delivered? The farmers probably sell him some stuff, too. Who knows? Once I'm presentable enough, I make my way to the kitchen. I am greeted with the smell of rice cooking on a stove, and the sound of Crow's masterful skill of cutting veggies at a ridiculous speed. Better not call out to him just yet, or he might cut himself by accident. The moment I move to head to another room, though, Crow notices me and stops dead in his tracks. He leaves the knife on the counter and approaches me. Good morning, Miss Dragon. I was about to go wake you up. Morning. Somehow this feels a little like deja vu. Feels a little like deja vu, don't you think? We spoke to each other like this yesterday, too. I was actually thinking the same thing. I wonder if this will become something of a daily ritual for us. Lunch will be ready in a little bit, by the way. Wait, lunch? I know I went to sleep earlier than usual, but still, did the bath relax me that much? Jeez, I slept like a log. Maybe it's the effects of the... Oh my god, please don't say it. Log cabin. That was terrible. That was terrible. It's funny though. Well, you laughed, didn't you? This cheeky buster. Says that cheeky buster. Yeah, whatever. But honestly speaking, you were under a lot of stress yesterday. It's no wonder you slept so much. If anything, isn't it a good thing? I imagine your job doesn't let you rest very well. You're not wrong there. Anyway, do you need help with the food?
Don't worry about it.
It's almost done. But you can help me by setting the table in the living room if you want. Sure, I'll go ahead and do that then.
Thank you.
You're welcome. One set table later, I wait for Crow by sitting in the armchair right next to the window. But not for long. The neatly arranged bookshelves in the corner of the room catch my eye once again. All of them are hardcovers. All of them have spines with no titles. Books that look a bit worn out and faded, but not to the point where you can say they're old, just that they were read several times. Not gonna lie, I'm really curious about his collection. What does Crow read? Before I change my mind and chicken out, I grab a reddish book from one of the shelves. It's the only one with a vibrant color. Let's see. Winter Ecology, Living in the Cold. Well, that's fitting. All right. We have all heard about ecology at least once. How it studies the interrelationships between living things and their environment. How it strives to explain the behavior of assorted species around the world. It is vast. It is ever-changing. But how much does it truly change in the realm of winter? Recent discoveries have shown the incredible strategies that living things have implemented in order to pull through the cold climates. This, in turn, reinforces the fact that we are all connected. All connected? It begs the question, how much is truly necessary to survive? The sound of Crow's footsteps distracts me from going any further. I decide to come clean. I know he said I should feel at home, but for some reason it kind of feels like I invaded his privacy. Thanks for waiting, Snowflake. I fidget with my hands. What's wrong? I'm sorry, Crow. I looked at one of your books without permission.
Don't worry about it.
Feel free to read any books you like. Most of them are research-oriented, though, so I'm not sure if you'll be interested. Wait. Huh? Out of curiosity, which one did you pick? That one. I point to the only red hardcover on the shelves. None of the others were red, so it made me curious. Was I not supposed to read it?
Uh,
It's not that, it's just... Oh, he's so cute. A research book just happens to be written by yours truly. Oh. Oh! It's still a work in progress, though. I'll keep working on it this week. That's really cool, Crow. I hope it goes well.
thank you.
Miss Dragon? I can't help but wonder, though. Is the writing from research books normally that intense? Maybe he's just passionate about his work. By the way, if you're interested, I can show you some of my favorites later. Many of these books have taught me a lot of what I know today. There have been some especially brilliant scientists throughout history. Sure, that'd be nice. I have to ask, though, how can you tell all of these apart? There's nothing written on their spines or even their front. Oh, each book has a number and a symbol assigned to it depending on the topic. I like to keep them organized in this manner since the textless hardcovers look more aesthetic and neat. Well, you're certainly dedicated, that's for sure. Never thought of it that way, but I guess you have a point. I doubt I'd do it with my own bookshelves, though. Too annoying to keep track of what's what. Let's eat, shall we? Crow places our lunch on top of the placemats that I previously set on the wooden table. Don't mind if I do. It looks so good. I love salmon rice. You do? I'm glad. I'll be sure to remember that. Wasting no more time, and before I end up salivating all over my clothes, I wolf down the meal with gusto. Every flavor is so rich. The smoky and juicy salmon, the fluffy and buttery rice. It's impossible to keep the smile off my face. I love food. Me too. That was delicious. A happy success then. Hell yeah! Before we know it, it's already evening and we've spent most of the day talking about various topics. I have to say that I'm getting more and more interested in Crow's research. Do you think I could help you with it? Like, when you go outside and observe nature or forage for stuff? You would like to accompany me? Are you kidding? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Sure, lots of people go skiing, but not everyone can say they've been studying winter ecology with a bona fide specialist. Well, I certainly wouldn't mind. It'll be nice to have some company. And there are things books can't teach. You have to see them for yourself. But we'll have to go tomorrow morning. Winter days are much shorter after all. The sky's already turning dark. Yeah, that's totally fine. I wouldn't want to be alone in the dark either way, especially given how I got caught in a snowstorm merely 2 days ago. It's getting a bit chilly. Should we make some tea? Yeah, but let me wash the dishes first. With Crow right by my side, I pick up the plates and take them to the sink. It still makes me a bit queasy making you wash the dishes. You're a guest. Come on, it's no big deal. Have you never divided household chores with anyone? Not really. I've managed on my own for most of my life. I know his experience is probably not the same as mine. I know it, and yet I can't help but feel like I can relate. Do you ever feel lonely? Lonely?
Not anymore.
I quickly bend down to grab the broken pieces. But unintentionally cut the palm of my hand in my haste. Shit. And it had just gotten healed from the frostbite, too. Miss Dragon. Sorry, Crow, I broke your...
I don't care about the stupid plate!
Instead of waiting for an answer, Crow grabs my wrist and puts my hand under the faucet. Fuck, it's still bleeding. With vigor and precision, he lathers up my hands with a green herbal soap until there are no signs of red. This seems to calm him down, at least a little, since he's no longer grating his teeth. But he doesn't let go of my hands. Crow, I think I'm alright now. You can let go.
No, not yet.
I don't dare interrupt him again, so I stare at him while he gets a hold of a first aid kit and takes out a small, round container. Don't worry, it won't sting. He opens the lid, draws the finger in the creamy ointment, and rubs it over my wound. It has a minty fragrance. Finally, he covers it with gauze. Sigh. Honestly, be more careful, won't you? It wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, yeah, I'll be more careful. That's a good bean. It's a good bean. I'm a good bean. I don't think I should tell him I got hurt because he caught me off guard in the first place. Thanks, Crow. We were about to have some tea, yeah? I'll make us some tea. All right. Great. Oh boy. Look at that smile.
Nothing will come between us. Nothing.
Oh dear. No person, no animal, not even a pesky wound.
I'll make sure of it.
Oh, what have I gotten myself into? Day 3. Okay. Come on, come on. For the 100th time in a row, I look at the upper left corner of the screen. Nothing. I'm met with the same no service text, almost like it's mocking me. Ugh. Really, the only thing I could confirm by charging my phone is the time. I already know I'm pretty much wasting my holiday. No need to say it to my face, you dumb rectangle. Great insult skills, Miss Dragon. Ah. Honestly, it still blows my mind the fact that Crow had no idea what Wi-Fi was. I mean, come on, who mistakes Wi-Fi for wild rye? Are we even from the same planet? It's kind of adorable, though. Plus, he does know what phones and the internet are. Thank God. But, of course, he doesn't have either. Classic Miss Dragon bad luck. Why was he so serious yesterday? I mean, yeah, I was bleeding a little, but it wasn't that bad, right? Whatever. At least I'm doing something fun today. After getting my fill of yawns and limb stretching, I approach the wardrobe to choose the clothes I'm gonna wear. Warm clothes, preferably. Yesterday, Crow insisted I put them inside the drawer so they didn't wrinkle inside my backpack. Speaking of my backpack, I should probably take it with me. It'll come in handy for carrying any wild foods or herbs we come across. All set. I'm about to turn around until I make eye contact with the bunny from the picture on top of the wardrobe. Although I did notice it the first day I came here, I wasn't in the right headspace at the time to actually care. It's pretty cute. I didn't know there were species of snow bunnies. Guess you learn something new every day. It is cute. When I reach the hallway, Crow is pulling the cords of a drawstring bag to close it tightly. The sack looks so full it feels like it's gonna burst. Damn, are you carrying a tent in there? Miss Dragon. I didn't realize you were up. Rise and shine, am I right? Indeed. Good morning, Snowflake. Morning. So, are you gonna tell me what you got there? Oh, I guess it does look pretty stuffed, doesn't it? Let's see, I packed our lunch, a thermos with hot tea, some tools for foraging. Reconsidering, I think I should have probably taken space into account. Hey, now your assistant's got you covered. We can use my backpack to carry our findings. With a self-satisfying snort, I pat the straps hugging my shoulders. Crow slaps his hands together and grins.
Thank you.
That'd be a lot of help. Do we have everything we need then? Yes. Are you ready? I raised my hands in the air to show him the winter gloves he gave me yesterday before heading to sleep. I didn't forget them this time. So I see. I'm glad they fit you well. Thank you for lending them to me. Huh? Oh, it's just... they were actually meant as a gift. Wait, really? Thank you. Oh my god, thank you so much. I wasn't expecting anything like this, but I really appreciate it. Glad you like them. Like them? I love
I
them.
see.
Even better. You really want me to keep you on my mind at all times, don't you? What the hell? Because you're starting to succeed. No comment. God, he's so cute. But he is. Crow puts on his jacket and slides the drawstring bag over his shoulders.
Alrighty.
Now we're definitely ready. That we are. He takes his keys from his pants pocket and unlocks the front door.
After you.
Why is it locked from the inside? Anyways. Once outside in the snow, I glance back at the log cabin. It's kind of weird to think how a mere 3 days ago this was the scene of a blizzard. Right now it's so peaceful. The cabin looks kind of old in comparison to the inside. It's an interesting contrast. Yet it still makes me wonder why it's like that. Not gonna lie, before we'd stepped into the snow, my memory of its outer appearance had still been a bit foggy. Guess that's what a combination of stress, freezing weather, and passing out can do to someone. I feel a hand on my shoulder. Are you okay? Yeah, I was just looking at the cabin. Couldn't really appreciate it the first time because of the snowstorm. Among other things.
I see.
And? Did it leave an impression on you? Well, I fiddle with my fingers. It looks a bit, unexpected compared to the inside. You can say the word old, you know. I don't bite. My cheeks turn scarlet. God damn it. I really need to work on my poker face. When I moved here, the inside wasn't much different from the outside. It was just as shabby, just as ancient. Wow, and you decided to remodel it? That's right. I'm not picky, but I very well couldn't live in a run-down place either. But then, why didn't you remodel the outside too? Was it too expensive? Not particularly. I just thought it had a charm of its own. Something that appears to be a certain way at first, but then takes you aback. An unexpected charm, just like you said. You're full of surprises, aren't you? Oh?
Does that mean you're even more interested in me?
Yes. You sure can be very bold, huh? I wasn't expecting you to answer so honestly. What can I say? I find you very interesting. You're not the only one who can tease, Crow. I feel like you're full of surprises yourself. Look out, Forrest. Here comes the mind-blogging duo. Mind-blogging? Okay. And you said my jokes are bad.
Alrighty.
Let's get going, yes? Lead the way. Oh boy. The weather is really good today, very clear, and there's moisture in the air. Besides chaga and pine needles, we might be able to get some wintergreen berries if we're lucky. I never heard of wintergreen berries before. What do they look like? They're similar to red cranberries, but if you put them next to each other, the taste will give away which is which. Really? Is it a different kind of sweetness? Nope, wintergreen berries have a minty flavor. Minty? And they're still considered berries? I know, right? Another wonder of nature. While keeping the conversation going, we continue walking along the snowy path for a while. I feel like sharks get a bad reputation because of the movie, you know? But they're more chill than dolphins. Appearances can certainly be deceiving. Crow stops dead in his tracks. What is it? Without saying anything, he takes my hand and leads me to a certain striped tree. I lift my head and squint to follow the trail of the bark. Then I see it, a blackened mass protruding from the trunk. Is that... I didn't expect it to look like charcoal. That's actually a very good comparison. I'll show you how to harvest it. Crow puts the sack on the ground and grabs a big knife from inside. He then gains a bit of momentum and jumps toward the birch tree. And here, my friends, is the irrefutable proof that humans are related to monkeys. Thank you for coming to our Ned talk. We both laugh. I'll be right there with you. Without wasting any more time, Crow reaches the charcoal mass and cuts off a small portion. Finally, he slides down and joins me on solid ground.
This
He's
is a chaga mushroom.
fucking adorable. I lean in towards the fungus. Unlike the black mass exterior, the core is a completely different color. Wow, it's really yellow. It is, isn't it? That means this one's healthy. Oh, right. Let me carry it in my bag. Thanks, Snowflake.
Alrighty.
Just a little bit longer and we'll have lunch. Does that sound good? Sounds good to me.
Excellent.
Yes. When we reach the side of the forest filled with pine trees, Crow grabs the knife in his bag to carefully cut off some needles. Once he finishes putting them inside a small pouch, we sit down on a couple of nearby stumps. At last, a place to rest my legs. Walking in snow is more tiring than it looks. It feels good though, don't you think? When I turn to look at him, Crow hands me a thermos, lid filled with a golden-colored drink. The little herbs floating on the top give it away. It's pine needle tea. I keep it in my hands for a few seconds and then take a sip. Unlike chaga, this tea is more aromatic and has a minty, slightly citrusy flavor. Yeah, it does feel good. Thanks, Crow. I drink the rest of the tea. My body feels warmer now. I think I like this one better than chaga. It's very refreshing, isn't it? You can have more if you want. Maybe in a few minutes. I'm starving. Right on the dot. Does your stomach have a clock or something? You were saying? Anyway. Trying and failing not to look too embarrassed, Crow takes out a couple of toasted sandwiches from a plastic container inside his bag. Spinach, mushroom, and grilled cheese? I like the way you think. It's nothing fancy, but I hope you find it tasty. There's no doubt in my mind that I will. And I'm right. A few bites later, the sandwich is long gone. God, mushrooms and cheese go well with so many things, it's almost criminal. A full tummy really makes for a happy heart. I couldn't agree more. Trying new recipes and exploring new flavors is something I enjoy as well. Maybe you could also take inspiration from a nearby restaurant. I could drive... What's wrong? I completely forgot about my car. The one that broke down? Well, kinda. It mostly just got a flat tire. But I should really look for it to make sure it didn't get destroyed in the snowstorm. Cars are fucking expensive after all. I stand up and pat my butt a few times to get rid of any remaining dirt. I'll be right back. Crow grabs my arm.
No.
We should start heading back. It won't be much longer until it gets dark. I just want to check real quick. Look, I remember this path. My car shouldn't be that far ahead.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
How do you know you're not making a mistake? You don't know the area like I do.
Not to mention, with the blizzard, your car must be covered in snow anyway. So it'll be even harder to spot. Is that really the case? It will get dark soon. We shouldn't be here when that happens.
It's not safe.
I guess it's true that I don't know this area very well, but... Please, Miss Dragon. Okay.
Thank you.
For understanding. With a hurried pace, Crow puts back all the containers inside his drawstring bag. Let's get going, shall we? Yeah. Suspicious! Oh, goodness. He wants to keep us all for himself. It's a very long, quiet walk back. Almost home. Why does he sound so relieved? Let me grab my keys. Sure. Huh? What was that sound? Ugh, damn it. Should have put them inside my coat. While Crow is busy searching for the keys, I try to pinpoint the location of the sound. Where is it? I raise my head and discover the culprit of the flapping noise. Up on the cabin's roof. Feet perched on the chimney. Disturbing and piercing stare. There's a single crow. A crow with red eyes. Day 4. That's a weird way to end the day. Abruptly? Huh? Where? What is this place? It's almost like... Hold on a second. Am I dreaming? And what's with all the fog? There's no floor. But I can walk just fine for some reason. There's no floor, I can walk just fine, and I'm making noises while I walk, but there's no floor. Okay. What? Guess I'll keep walking. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Are you going to keep me walking in this smoggy maze until I'm 84? I look like a fucking idiot. If I'm supposed to learn a deep dark secret or whatever, at least give me a sign. A different kind of sign. Fog is kind of overrated. There's that crow. Why are you still here? Excuse me? Why are you still here? What do you mean? Why? Why? Okay. Why times a bajillion? Stop. I can't leave. I mean, it's very nice here, and I like Crow. Scratch that. I really like Crow. Don't get me wrong, of course I miss my home and want to go back eventually, but, well, the bus won't even come until all the snow is removed anyways, so I don't really have a choice. Why am I talking to a crow? Not sure what I expected. Cannot be trusted. What did you just say? He cannot be trusted. He cannot be trusted. Yeah, okay. He cannot be trusted a ton. Lies. All lies. Lies! Funny picture. Wardrobe. Cozy bed. The wooden texture of the walls. I'm awake. I'm finally awake. God. I cover my face in my hands. The hell was that dream? Did that really happen? Like, actually? Well, shit. I wipe my forehead with the back of my hand. Ugh, I'm all sweaty. Better take a shower. Uh-huh. Phew, I really needed that. Can't believe I actually managed to sleep through breakfast. Again. Even after seeing that weird bird and all. It looked just like the one from yesterday. Did crows always have red eyes? Miss Dragon? Yeah? Oh, thank God. I went to wake you up, but you weren't in your room. I thought maybe I would find you here. Sorry. I want to take a shower. Did you need to use the bathroom? I'm almost done changing.
Don't worry about it.
It's all right. I just wanted to let you know lunch is almost ready. Awesome. Not gonna lie, I'm actually looking forward to it. I really love your cooking. Crow? Sorry, you just caught me off guard.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to hear that. I
wouldn't mind cooking for you for the rest of my life.
Yes! What? Nothing, just talking to myself. I'll wait for you in the living room. Crow's footsteps get farther away until the sounds fade into the distance. Well, at least it's not awkward between us anymore. I think. Whatever. After getting dressed and drying my hair with a towel, I make my way to the living room. Less than 5 minutes later, Crow arrives with the usual food tray and places it on the table. All done. Help yourself, Snowflake. The comforting smell of stew makes its way up to my nose. It's filled with veggies, meat, rosemary, and a mouth-watering broth. Time to dig in. Oh my gosh, what is this? It's so chewy and rich. I've never had this type of meat before. It's venison. I was gonna say something else, but that would be... yeah. Anyways, venison, holy. Okay, gotta be honest here. Never thought venison meat was something I'd try. Ever. And yet here we are. And yet here we are indeed. You like it? Oh, hell yeah.
Excellent.
I chew and savor every mouthful of the stew until only a few drops are left. But we don't waste food in Miss Dragonland, so I dip a piece of bread and clean the rest of the bowl with it. Yes. You really don't miss, huh? Everything was great as always. It's my pleasure. Besides, you always look so happy when you eat my food. It makes it all worth it. Oh god, seriously? That's a bit embarrassing. But I guess it's no wonder. Good food does make me smile.
Indeed.
What is it? Don't tell me. I have food on my face, don't I? Huh? No, it's... I grab a napkin from the food tray and vigorously wipe my mouth. Did I get it? Crow doesn't answer. He brings a hand to my cheek instead. Alright. Do we hold his hand when it reaches your cheek? Or stay still and close your eyes? You know we're gonna stay still and close our eyes. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Could it be? I feel his thumb touch my cheek right below my eye until... Ah! He removes his hand. Huh? There. Got it. Question marks? Sorry about that. You had an eyelash on your face. Oh. What is it? Ah, perhaps. Were you expecting something else? Who, me? Perish the thought. I was. Holy shit, I really was.
I see.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe me either. Anyway. I actually wanted to ask you something, Crow. Do you think we could go outside again today? I know it's not that early anymore, but I have to make sure I properly store everything we harvested yesterday. It's important that it's well preserved, so it lasts longer. Oh, you mean the chaga and pine needles? Precisely. Though it's a shame we couldn't find any winter green berries after all. In any case, why don't you help me? I'll teach you how to make chaga powder. And if you want, I can show you how to make one of my herbal medicines too. What do you say? Why is he avoiding the question? He could have just said it'll get dark soon and we can go outside tomorrow. But he suddenly changed the subject. Miss Dragon? Fine. I'll concede. For now. But you bet your ass I'll ask again, Crowboy. I can be very persistent when I want to. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Sure, let's do it. Sounds like fun.
Alrighty.
Let's get the chaga from the kitchen, shall we? Oh, goodness. Crow opens one of the upper cabinets, takes out a coffee grinder, and puts it on the counter. Wait, we're not going to use a mortar and a pestle? That's not a bad guess, actually. We're definitely going to use them for making herbal medicine later. For the powder, though, chaga mushroom is a bit lumpy and much too big for a mortar, so we'll use the grinder instead. Oh, that makes sense. Once we both wash up, we use our hands to break the chaga into small pieces so that they fit better inside the grinder. And thus the powder is born. This is so cool. I'm glad you're having fun. What should we do with the pine needles?
Don't worry about it.
I made sure to put a couple of bags in the freezer yesterday. The rest are being dried on a piece of cloth, but it'll take a few days, so we can make the medicine, right?
Indeed.
What are we making? I think a poultice would be good. It's pretty easy to make and only needs a few ingredients. Oh, that's like a skin remedy, isn't it? Yes, exactly. The kitchen counter is a bit small for us both, though. We should take everything to the living room. Sure thing. Crow grabs a handful of herbs, a roundish container with clay powder, and a knife, while I take the mortar and pestle, a cup of boiling water, and a small bottle of lavender oil.
Alrighty.
Let's start with the herbs. With incredible precision, Crow wastes no time in cutting all the leaves. It reminds me of whenever he cuts veggies for the meals he prepares. When he's done, he puts them inside the mortar. Okay, put some water on top of the herbs. How's this?
Excellent.
Crow's hand makes semicircular motions as he keeps grinding the wet leaves for several minutes. At some point, he asks me to add a few drops of lavender oil and a teaspoon of clay powder to the mixture. The final result is a green and creamy paste similar to pesto sauce. I give Crow an empty container and he pours the herbal poultice inside it with the help of the pestle. All done. Yep, all done. Thanks for lending a hand. No worries, it was an interesting learning experience. Wonderful. Like a kitten who just woke up from a long nap, Crow stretches his limbs for a few seconds, then starts putting all the dirty dishes away, including those from today's lunch. Oh, I interrupted myself when I noticed the window. It's already dark. Sorry, did you say something? I was a bit distracted putting everything on the tray. Crow, do you think we can go outside tomorrow? And please, don't avoid my question like you did after we had lunch. Why? Huh? We just went yesterday, didn't we? And harvested plenty of things at that. I don't see why we should do it again if we don't need to. Look, if this is about your car, it's not. Well, it's not only about my car. Apart from plants, you also study animals, don't you? Yes. I want to do that too. You see, I happened to see a crow yesterday. Okay, and what about it? God, he's really not budging, is he? Let's not mention it had red eyes, just in case. It reminded me that you were researching their habits and stuff. Can't we go out in the morning to see if we find any crows? You said there are things that you have to see for yourself. Look, Miss Dragon, I know that's what I said a few days ago, but it's not that simple. The weather here is really unpredictable this time of year. In fact, it's extremely likely that there will be another blizzard soon. What? In the meantime, I can give you a book on crows if you want to learn more about them, but we really shouldn't be going outside.
It's not safe.
He cannot be trusted. I'll still have to go back home eventually. The moment those words came out of my mouth, his expression pulls a 180.
Why are you so persistent?
Ooh.
You really want to freeze to death? Is that it? Are you that stupid?
Oh no. Oh no, you didn't. Now wait a goddamn minute here, you fucking lettuce. Who the hell do you think you are? Lettuce. I'm someone who knows the dangers and implications of what you want to do.
Someone with fucking common sense. Something that you clearly don't have.
Well, that took a weird turn. What? Fuck this. Fuck you. I'm not going to sit around here talking to a pig-headed imbecile who thinks he knows what's best for me better than myself. Then maybe you should leave tomorrow morning. Maybe I will. Fine. Fine. With the conversation clearly over, I storm off all the way to my room. What just happened? Ugh, he makes me so angry. I scream into the bed pillow and kick my legs on the mattress. What the hell is his problem? He can't tell me what to do. I'm a fucking adult. He doesn't own me. And I do have common sense. Probably. Probably, huh? I don't think we do. We're staying in a cabin with a stranger who probably wants to keep us there forever and ever. Sigh. I can't deny that he did seem worried, but why won't he tell me anything? Bro, what are you hiding? To be continued. Oh boy, I guess that's the end of that. God, I want to know what happens next. I guess I'll just have to wait until the game comes out. Alright, next game. Alright, so our next game is called Snaggemon, a grunt dating sim. Start a new game. I'm so looking forward to this one. Your name is currently YN. Would you like to change your name? Requires text input. Yes. Okay. Your name is Miss Dragon, is that correct? Yes.
Hello! Welcome to the world of Snaggemon. My name is Professor Magenta,
I didn't think this was gonna be like voice. This is great.
but everyone calls me the Snaggemon Professor. Our world is inhabited by wonderful creatures called Snaggemon. Snaggemon come in all shapes and sizes, and many possess strange and incredible powers. In fact, here is your first Snaggemon, Kinneret, the sprightly Snaggemon. I'm sure you'll get along great on your Snaggemon
Oh my
journey.
god, this is great. Snaggemon.
First things first, are you a girl or a...
Ore.
Oh, how silly of me. It's only you. Everyone knows who you are. Hard to believe it's been 15 years
Okay.
since this happened, isn't it? I'm so pleased that you decided to set out on your Snaggemon journey with Kinneret all those years ago.
Hang on, what?
The Snaggemon world is full of wonders and adventures, and you've been able to experience them all together. You've seen wonderful things, met new people, took on the Snaggemon League Challenge, and became the Snaggemon Champion.
I am the
You've even
Snaggemon
saved the
champion.
world from the likes of Team Gold, the notorious criminal organization, and other criminal syndicates just like them.
We've been busy.
Team Gold, Team Galaxia, Team Glamour, all offshoots of the most diabolical criminal organization of them all, Team Providence. Thanks
Alright.
to you and Kinneret, the honcho of Team Gold, Darius, and all the other honchos have been put away for good. And now you've done everything any Snaggemon trainer could ever dream of. You get to wake up every day for the rest of your life and do it all over again.
Yay.
And again. And again and again and
This
again.
sounds
and again and again.
kind
and
of
again.
bad.
And again and again and again and again and again.
I think we broke the professor. What? What just happened? Oh my god, look at all our medals and trophies. Ugh. I feel like I've just been dragged out of a hot, soupy swamp. My eyes are burning. Another dream. Same dream as usual. It's funny, even still, for a second there, I felt like I was 10 years old again. Like the last 15 years never happened, and I was back to square one. Things were so simple back then. If only, am I right? That phone. Is my S gear ringing? As a champion of God knows how many different battle halls and league challenges, it's not out of the ordinary. This soon can't be good news, though. They know I'm on vacation, damn it. Professor Magenta?
Finally, there you are. I've been trying to reach you for ages.
Yeah, sorry, I've been trying to catch up on sleep after the flight. The trip back to Apple Grove Town really took a lot out of me.
Oh, so you're home. Good, that's perfect.
Perfect for what?
Well, you see, I'm afraid there's a situation that requires your immediate attention.
Of course. Oh, of course there is. Ah, I see. And what would that be?
It seems that a band of no-good goons is attempting a hostile takeover of the Alameda City Broadcast Tower. They seem to be wearing the emblem of Team Gold.
God fucking damn it. Team Gold, the first criminal outfit that I ever crossed paths with as a trainer. I was just a kid, but I found myself in the middle of their schemes over and over again. They're always being beaten, either in battle or by their own hubris. But then they always return in about a year or so, like the most annoying annual weeds. They always think they'll catch us by surprise. But at this point, we've seen them be crushed by godlike forces, get stabbed in the back by 2 other teams. Heck, at some point, they wound up flooding their entire base and the town around them. Of course they're back, and of course they're close enough to be my problem. The last time I checked, Team Gold's honcho got sucked into a time vortex. In a volcano. Which then ceased to exist because it was made of ancient memories. How are they still organized enough to take over the broadcast tower?
I don't know, but they're terrorizing innocent people and stealing their snag rings. You're the closest person the League can send to stop them. There's not a moment to lose. We need you.
What about the police? Click. Alright, yeah, I guess I've got time for this. I'm on vacation. I've got buckets of time. I'm exhausted, practically in my pajamas, and I only have one Snaggemon with me. I'll just drop by and stop an catastrophe-level criminal endeavor all by myself. Just like every other time I've been summoned to stop some emergency or save some bystander. Every time it's happened since I was 10 years old. Alright, Kinneret. You know the drill. Hey, Kinneret? Rise and shine, buddy. We've got a broadcast tower to save. Hey. Poor little guy. Can't help but feel bad. He seems annoyed with me. Kinneret's still exhausted from our last so-called adventure yesterday. I can sympathize, but somehow Kinneret has even less say in our lives than I do. It's probably even worse for him. I know I promised we'd take a break, but the world needs us. Again. Kinneret. Let's make a deal then. One last tussle with these Team Gold wannabes, and then I swear I'll throw my phone in Farden Lake for a month. Deal? Kinneret. Attaboy. Now, come on, let's go dig my bike out of the garage. Key. Bad idea. I haven't ridden my bike in so long. My legs are on fire. We wobble along the dirt and rock trail with Kinneret in my basket. I learned a long time ago that it's easier and cheaper just to have him zap all the small Snaggemons that pop up along the way and stun them, instead of buying repellent sprays. I'm not gonna voice Kinneret. Yeah, I know. We're almost there, buddy. I promise. Don't use everything you've got, though. It's just us today. Of course, I left all my other Snaggemon at the League. Customs won't allow Snaggemon with power levels over 500 onto inter-regional flights. They've all got to be stored and shipped separately. Kinneret was an exception. I think he's so high at this point he breaks the systems and they can't actually get a read on him. I won't tell him that, though. Oh, wow. OP. Wow. Alameda City, the Golden Apple, pride of the lawn region. It hasn't changed a bit. I haven't been here since I was 17. I think I had a battle with Bram about 2 blocks from here. Bram and I have been rivals since day one, and friends since way before that. Wherever I go, he's always been one step behind me. Or at least, he used to be. He split off a while ago, said he was going to find himself. Last I heard, he came home when the tabloids pestering him about being in my shadow got to be too much. It felt Bad to see him go. I'll have to stop by the lab when I'm done with this little errand. Hopefully he'll be happy to see me. But then again, I can see why he wouldn't want to. He's got the professor, maybe the only person in his life who's never abandoned him. Including myself. But he wanted to go. I couldn't stop him, but I couldn't go with him either. It's not like I had a choice. I'm the Snaggemon master, right? Whenever there's a new trophy to be won, or a new mythical Snaggemon to investigate, or a new band of troublemakers on a crime spree, they always call me. And it's been this way. Every day. For 15 years. 15 years! Maybe it's just a little ridiculous, huh? All I wanted was to have a normal Snaggemon journey, make a few friends, have a little adventure, earn a couple badges or ribbons or whatever. I set out to do whatever I wanted to do and maybe a little more. Dream big, follow the road, see where life took me. But I never wanted to be a hero. Here I am, rolling out of bed mere hours after I fell into it on another mission or a side quest or cockamamie, wild goose chase. It's so weird reading that word. It doesn't matter what it is, it's always battle me, or stop me, or save the universe. Graham used to be so envious of me for so long, and after all this time, I've come to envy him. When do I get a break? When do I get to make my own decisions for once in my life? Okay, rant over. Got heroics to heroize. I get to the broadcast tower. Yep, still a tower. It used to be a radio tower, but then there was a big lawsuit. Turns out, I guess we just can't have a radio tower here. So we've got to have a broadcast tower instead.
Huh? Hey, you! Stop right there! No one's allowed in the tower, by order of Team Gold.
Wow, it really is Team Gold. Man, seeing that uniform really takes me back. But their employment pools must be drying up. Back in their prime, they had young and hungry kids doing this stuff. Now it looks like either those same kids grew up, or they're picking from temp agencies. Okay, I'll leave. Aren't you a little old? Let me through. Don't get too big for your britches, little man. Don't you know who I am? Just let me through.
Hey! You can't talk to me like that. Just because everyone else in the team treats me like dirt doesn't mean you get to. Now get the hell out of here!
Wow. There's no getting through to this guy. Glad to see the qualities remain consistent, at least.
Hey! Hey, wait a minute! I've seen you somewhere before!
Probably. I've been a lot of places. Seen a lot of faces. Kicked a lot of asses.
Oh no. It's you! It's really you! You're the one that took down Darius all those years ago!
Yeah, and if you're lucky, I won't take you down next. Now get out of my way.
No way! I know who you are, but that doesn't mean I'm just gonna go down without a fight.
Are you sure about that?
If I let you go, I'd get fired anyways, and in this economy, I really don't dig that option.
Oh my god.
If it were really as simple as just running away, trust me, we don't get paid enough to battle god-taming champions.
Okay, I mean, it's your funeral, right? Let's go, Kinneret. Kinneret assumes a battle stance, and I prepare for the first of many one-hit KOs. But then I notice that this guy... he's actually chuckling? What?
This is perfect! This is exactly what I've been waiting for!
What's
You're
happening?
not going anywhere! I've been spat on by the rest of Team Gold for too long, but now I'm gonna show them what I can really do! By beating the so-called Snaggemon Master for them in Darius's honor!
Okay. Well, he's got ambition. I'll give him that. Listen to me. Whatever your name is.
Garrett! Garrett of Team Gold!
Hi, Garrett. Sure, Garrett. You don't want to do this. I've beaten more grunts than I've eaten hot meals. Seriously, Save yourself the humiliation and just walk away.
Oh yeah? Far as I can see, you've only got one snag ring on you. 1-on-1. Snaggemon v Snaggemon. Come on! Paparazza!
Paparazza? Oh, it's so cute! I want one! Paparazza. That's an ice-type Snaggemon. Ice types fall under the rogue sign, which are stronger than legendary sign Snaggemon like Kinneret. With a power level as high as Kinneret's, type matchups don't mean shit. Shame, this almost could have been a challenge.
What's wrong, champion? Scared you'll be beaten by a grunt?
Alright, so I proceed to kick this guy's ass. Take him down a peg, Kinneret. Star Shatter! Oh boy. One hit KO?
Paparazza! It didn't stand a chance! You really are a champion!
Told ya. Fuck around and find out, Garrett. You gonna run along back to mommy now?
No! No, I'm not letting an opportunity like this slip through my fingers! You're coming with me, one way or another!
You and what army? Without any more Snaggemon, he's pretty easy to walk past. You've got about half an hour until I beat your current boss and the cops get here. I'd get out of here while I still could if I were you.
You're forgetting something. I'm a criminal, right? I
Oh.
don't play by your fancy schmancy good guy rules!
What is happening? Oh, we just got knocked out. What a twist. Ugh, what the... Where am I? My head feels as hollow as a puffed up balloon. I think I must be waking up from something, but I don't remember taking a nap. Wherever I am, it's dark. There's boxes and cleaning products everywhere, but also microphones and panels of dials and buttons. Is this a radio booth? Ugh, ow, my head. That jerk, he must have... Wait, it's coming back to me. Yeah, he knocked me out. I can still hear the echoes of the dull, fat thunk of a wooden bat colliding with my skull. Not too hard, thankfully. But when did they start arming grunts with bats? That's not how this works. I beat them fair and square. They hand me a fistful of cash and step aside. Otherwise, that's just cheating. Which makes sense for a bad guy, I suppose. My hands. I can't move my hands. Did that jerk tie me up?
If I don't get what I want, I'll smuggle them back out of here. You'll never get a chance like this again.
What? What's he doing? Who's he talking to?
That's right. Executive rank. With a snazzy white uniform, a car, and a whole team of kick-ass Snaggemon. And I want all the other grunts that have been picking on me for weeks to be under my direct command. We'll see how they like getting spat on for a change.
Oh, heck. Is he holding me hostage against his own team? Huh. Just when I thought I'd seen everything.
Well, if you're not gonna listen to me, I'm not telling you where we are. I'll be right here when you decide to play ball. It's okay, Garrett. Keep cool. They'll buckle eventually.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because if there's one thing Team Gold's known for, it's being reasonable and open to negotiation.
Huh? You're awake? Well, good luck getting out of those ropes. You're completely powerless.
You jerk, you hit me over the head after I beat you. That's totally against the rules of our whole society.
I mean, I am a criminal. What did you expect?
Fair. Untie me right now. I'm gonna... Wait. Kinneret. I can't feel my snag ring. He's got Kinneret.
Looking for something? Did you really think I'd leave your snag ring on your wrist while I was holding you hostage? Don't worry about your Snaggemon, I'm not a monster. It's just on the desk over there, safely away from you.
Well, he's a smart criminal. You no good 2-bit thug. When I get out of this, I'm gonna...
Save your energy. Heck, get comfy. Nothing left to do but sit and wait for the boys upstairs to come to their senses. That's right! I've hijacked this hijacking! It's the perfect plan! With all eyes on the TV station hostage situation, they're really gonna be pressed for time. Tick-tock, tick-tock!
Oh my god. This guy's pretty gutsy, but he's not wrong. In fact, he might be the most competent grunt I've come across in a long time. It probably won't be long until they get back to him. I've got to get out of here, but how? I can't do anything with my hands tied up like this. I couldn't even use my snag ring if I could reach it. These ropes are pretty chunky, and if they were a little looser, they'd be easy to slip out of. I've got to get him to let his guard down. Maybe he'll loosen my ropes, and I can make a break for it. But how? We're gonna flirt with him. 100% I came here for the flirting. It's a long shot and not at all ideal. Probably a bit degrading, too. But maybe if I can manage to turn on the charm enough, I can appeal to his more desperate side. Well, the other kind of desperate. I've never had to flirt my way out of a situation before, so it'll be something new at least. Jeez, I really hope this doesn't get out. This is already so embarrassing as it is.
Yeah, I can imagine. But what's embarrassing for you is incredibly fortuitous for me. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this makes me bigger than Darius himself.
Oh my god. That's not what I'm talking about.
Huh?
I mean, never mind, it's silly.
What is it? You can't just do that. That only makes me want to know even more.
But it's so embarrassing.
All the more reason to get it out of you then. Defeat and humiliation go hand in hand after all. That would be extra bad of me to do. To you. Yes.
What?
So, make with the words and spill.
I take a deep breath. An actual, sincere deep breath. I've never been held hostage by anyone this handsome before. Yeah, and the blush.
What? You think I'm handsome?
Oh my god. I mean, I know I'm not supposed to, but it's so hard to resist in that ruggish bad boy. Oh god. In that roguish bad boy with a dark and troubled backstory kind of way. You know, like in all those movies where the mild-mannered, innocent kid winds up with a cool loner on a motorbike. It really is so embarrassing. I've never told anyone something like that before. Oh my god.
I can ride a bike.
Can you now?
Not a motorbike, but I got a free bike with a voucher once.
Oh my god, same.
That I stole.
Did you know? Exactly my point. Haha. Oh my god.
Yeah. I did that. Wow. I guess I am pretty awesome. I can totally see the appeal.
Oh my goodness. Kill me now.
Of course, this makes it pretty awkward for me, because I'm holding you hostage. I'm not sure if that counts as Stockholm Syndrome, or maybe a workplace relationship.
I'd say it's Stockholm Syndrome, but I guess we can add a little workplace relationship into it since this is our job. Oh my god.
Would you say that the bad boy charm was present before or after I took you as a hostage?
Stop. Oh, definitely before.
Oh. So that whole time you were being an annoying pest, you were actually probably coming to grips with a sudden rush of overwhelming feelings.
Yes.
God, that's really embarrassing for you.
And yet you're the one blushing, my dear. Ugh. Gag me with a spoon. Uh-huh.
But that said, technically you'd still have a big fat crush on me even if I didn't take you hostage.
Yes. I never said I had a big fat crush.
So, I guess that makes it okay.
That makes it okay. Hook, line, and sinker. I've got him now. Time to reel him in. You know, if it's already just you and me here, alone, maybe there's a bit of time to mess around.
Oh
my God.
I don't know. Is that really such a good idea? You are a hostage, and I kind of need you to keep being a hostage.
Well, you could always keep me tied up. Maybe you could just loosen the ropes a wee bit to make them a bit more comfy. Of course, I can understand if you can't. After all, you're about to become a big elite criminal mastermind. It'd be way too scandalous for me if anything were to happen. In fact, you'd be keeping me on the straight and narrow not to.
You're right.
Oh my
And
God.
That would be an awful shame, wouldn't it?
He gets a hungry look on his face.
What kind of bad boy would that make me
Oh.
to help you keep a squeaky clean reputation?
Super effective. Oh my God, what? That's it. Just a little closer. Come on, you handsome moron.
Easy does it. The rabbiton comes out of his hole, back around the bend.
And right between your lungs.
Ugh!
I can't believe he fell for that. Now to get Kinneret.
Hey! You tricked me! That's not fair!
Oh, so only one of us is allowed to break the rules?
Hey, I'm a criminal. What's your excuse?
Let's go, Kinneret. Let's teach this guy a lesson and get out of here, Kinneret. Star Chef.
Wait, please! Don't leave me alone with them!
What? Why should I help you? You're the bad guy, remember?
You don't understand. Team Gold barely tolerate me as an incompetent grunt, let alone a traitor. If they find out I was the one holding you for ransom, they'll skewer me and roast me alive. You've already wiped out my paparazzi. I won't be able to defend myself. I'm toast.
Well, sorry to tell you this, but that sounds like a you problem, and I'm not in the business of helping bad guys out with their problems.
Hang on. You need me. You won't get out of here without me.
Is that so? Why not? It's not like the door's locked.
Well...
Oh, for fuck's sake. Are you kidding me? We're locked in? What, did you lose the key under the door or something?
No way! I'm not an idiot. The door locks automatically when you close it.
Oh my God.
Which, in hindsight, is probably why someone propped it open with a coffee cup.
Oh my God. This guy's so lucky he's got a cute face.
Please, we can think of something. We can find a way out of here. We'll work together, right?
Work together? With a grunt? Ugh. I don't know if I want to laugh or vomit, but either way, I want to do it right in his face. You got us into this mess. You get us out. Kinneret, get ready for a fight in case this idiot stranded us against a whole army.
We've got time.
Oh my God.
Nobody else came this way before I did. They have no idea the radio booth exists.
Well, duh, radio's dead. But I'm still not working together with Team Gold Grunt.
Well, lucky you. My lunch hour just started, so for the next 56 minutes, you can consider me off the
Oh my
clock.
God. This jerkwad gets a whole ass lunch hour?
Oh, speaking of, don't mind me. We can keep thinking of escape stuff while I eat.
Share. I haven't eaten since before last night's battle. Holy crap, I'm so hungry. Maybe if this guy pulled that food out sooner, I wouldn't have jabbed him in the ribs so hard. Hell, maybe I would have let him take me hostage willingly.
Hey, I'm not a monster. I'll share it with you two.
Woo!
But only if you ask nicely.
Nicely? You no good skull-bashing, lunch-eating son of a...
All right. No need to go overboard. You could have just said please, you know.
Oh, man.
Here, plenty of tomato in there to match your cheeks.
What? I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna kill him, and I'm gonna make it hurt.
And some for you, little guy.
Chewing. Huh? He always does that. This is good. Your mom make it for you?
Hey, I'm 26 years old. I'm a grown man who can get his own lunches. And for your information, this is from the Team Gold HQ commissary.
A commissary? You get a lunch hour and a commissary?
Well, yeah. My coworkers suck, but my job's pretty great.
Wow. You steal people's Snaggemon.
Actually, that's not my beat. They kinda pulled me off those missions. A few discrepancies in the collected cargo.
Oh? You gave those people their Snaggemon back?
Officially speaking, they fell off the truck. I just forgot to lock it is all.
Oh my god. Okay, but you're still in Team Gold. It's not like you're a bag boy at Snaggemart.
Don't you think I'd rather do that? Nowhere else would hire me, just because I have a couple of spots on my record. I mean, seriously, who calls the police over a broken window and some stolen food? Who does that?
Normal people?
When it came down to it, Team Gold took me when no one else would. It might not be the Snaggemon journey they teach in schools, but it's a journey all the same.
I guess.
Just don't tell anyone. I already get made fun of enough.
Oh.
I know you'd rather everyone did it your way, but we can't all be celebrities and champions.
Hey, my life's not exactly a cakewalk either.
Looks a heck of a lot more cakey than mine on TV every week.
Yeah, every single week. Usually more than that, stopping some crisis or earning some trophy, running errands for the league. But then I get a call that some clowns in Team Gold uniforms are storming the broadcast tower, and the league wants me to come deal with it just because I'm the closest person to it.
At least you got called. I was stuck on door duty because the others didn't want to deal with me. Do you even know what it's like to be an outcast? Let alone an outcast among outcasts?
He picks at the breaded corners of a sandwich triangle, obviously sore on the subject.
None of this was ever meant to be personal. I'm just looking for a little respect, you know? If I had it in me to be someone like you, I wouldn't be slinging Snaggemon for a living just to make rent and get dental.
There's something deep and somber about his tone. In fact, dare I say, surprisingly mature and more fit for his age. How'd you start doing this kind of stuff? How'd you get into the whole criminal thing?
Let me guess. You started training when you were 10, right? Just like everybody else? I'm not gonna claim to know everything about you because I don't, but when I was 10, running off and having adventures wasn't an option for me.
Aww.
I didn't have a choice. There were things that needed doing, and then there were things I didn't know how to do. I learned how to bust a lock before I learned how to ride a bike, and that's just how it is sometimes. I'm smart. Don't underestimate me just because of my rank. And I got my license. I put in the time and the work. But you good guys, you don't like people like me.
Aww.
When you put me next to the bigger bad guys, I don't look like much. But on my own, on the street, you'd avoid me if you saw me. At least here, I get to be a little normal. Don't feel bad for me either, I don't want that. And I shouldn't have told you any of this. And I still got you in the end, didn't I? I'm the only grunt to ever really beat you long enough to take you hostage, and I didn't even need to know how to tie a knot to have you stay put.
What?
It sucks I'll never get to tell anybody, probably, but that'll be our little secret, won't it?
The absolute nerve of this guy.
I bet you'll be thinking about this for a while.
Oh boy.
Imagine having to take this to your grave. Super embarrassing.
It's not like that.
Oh, really? Then why are you all red in the face again?
Oh my god.
I'm only saying, I bet I've made a real impression on you. Today will forever be etched into your mind as the day you, the champion, lost to little old me.
No way. He's way too excited about this. You won for a little bit. By cheating, I might add. That's all the credit I'll give you. In the end, I still got you back.
You're a good actor, yeah. But it's also okay to just admit that you might not actually be the strongest trainer in the world.
Oh my
and
god.
that I, a lowly Team Gold grunt, managed to defeat you.
With a
Wait,
baseball bat?
Does that make me the strongest trainer in the world now?
You cheated.
Hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Uh.
Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. Fallen victim to my superior strength and overwhelming charm, that is.
Oh my god. I chew through lackeys and henchmen like you for breakfast.
You've been on me an awful long time, though.
You locked us in this room.
You didn't leave, though. But now that I
locked
think
in a
about it, you're actually on your own here. Is that not a little weird? You're a champion and you're chasing down people like me. That's not even fair when you think about it.
It's a living. Barely a living.
You'd think someone like you would be doing more important things. Or nothing at all. Doesn't this job make you rich?
Well,
You don't even have backup. I get that hypothetically you probably don't need it, but what if I wasn't the only grunt who thought to bring a baseball bat?
oh my god. Or worse.
Or worse. You'd be in a lot more trouble then. Guess I'm not the only one with teammate issues.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, because whatever you're doing here is so important. I bet they all need to focus while they rob people blind.
That's not what we're doing here.
Then by all means, give it to me straight. What's Team Gold's great mission here?
You really want to know? Team Gold's here to... Oh no. No, 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 no!
Whoever it is, answer it. They think you're waiting for them.
You don't understand!
It's...
Hello?
My executives tell me you have something I want.
That voice. I know that voice. It's Darius.
I'm calling to arrange its delivery.
Well, then let's negotiate.
You dick.
I didn't say I wanted to negotiate. I said I wanted to arrange the trainer's delivery. You see, I might not know who you are, but I know you're in the building. Sooner or later, I will find you. I'll know who you are, and I'll know just how to punish you for daring to interfere with my return.
Oh my god. His return? That's why they wanted the broadcast tower. They're trying to revive Team Gold live on the air.
Of course, the League is already on their way, so my plans are effectively ruined. But I'd sooner go back to prison than leave here empty-handed.
Oh my god.
So, Grunt, tell me where you're keeping the trainer within the next 10 minutes, and I may be inclined to grant you lenience in your punishment. How's that for negotiation?
He'll kill me, you know. If he finds me, and you're not here, he will kill me.
Aww.
And that so-called lenience? He'll do it himself, instead of letting his Snaggemon eat me alive.
Oh my god. What? Damn it. I can't let this guy die just because he got stupid and wanted a little respect. Okay, let's get out of here. Together.
Thank you. I guess you really are the hero they say you are.
Oh my god. Don't get fresh with me. Just help me figure a way out. Huh? What's that smell?
Hey, do you smell cinnamon buns, or is it just me?
There's a vent. That smell must be coming from the cart outside.
All right! But first, we've got to get the grate off.
Don't worry. Kinneret, use magnetize. Oh my god. Why doesn't Kinneret just
Whoa,
blast the door
That's
open?
one tough Snaggemon.
Stop gawking and give me a boost. Come on, Kinneret, back in your ring. Oh my
Easy,
goodness.
Easy! Okay, now pull me up.
I don't know.
Haha. Come on, before Darius finds us. Oh, jeez. I left my lunch behind.
Oh, what a shame. I'm gonna have to explain to the League where I was this whole time, and they had to send in people who were actually on the payroll to deal with you and your friends.
You're not even getting paid for this?
I get paid in battle winnings.
Yeesh. What a ripoff.
A little bit.
Hey, you won't tell anyone about that stuff I said before, will you? About where I came from?
No. Who would I even tell?
Thanks. The office politics at Team Gold are surprisingly volatile.
No, you don't say. So, you seriously want to go back to them after this?
Yeah. They don't know it was me. Darius doesn't even know my name. If I can get out and sneak back to my post, they'll never even realize I was gone.
That easy, huh?
Yeah. Guess it pays to be invisible sometimes.
No kidding. This whole time I've been waiting for a break. Time to just be invisible. And this guy's basically listing it as a benefit in his contract.
Hey, what you were saying back there. It wasn't all a lie, was it? Not that I really care or anything. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter.
My God. What? That you were handsome?
Yeah.
I don't fully have the heart to tell him I was just pulling his leg, for the most part. I know it genuinely seemed to get him excited, in a matter of speaking. It's also something I strangely don't want to acknowledge. I've never had to stoop so low before. I probably look so ridiculous. I'm glad this will probably die between the two of us. Well, I don't think I was lying. Would you have kissed me if I'd actually let you?
I get desperate times can call for desperate measures, but don't yank a guy's chain like that. You don't know me, and you don't know how something like that makes someone like me feel. Even by my standards, that's mean, wouldn't you say?
Now it's my turn to go beet red. Is it just me, or did it get a bit warmer in here? I'm sorry.
It's not so fun when the tables are turned.
Oh my God.
You should hear yourself. You sound ridiculous.
Grr. That jerk. There's no... Okay, I guess I have to redesign. Don't go falling for me now, champion. Not before we get out of these vents, at least. I'm counting on you to get us out of here.
Although, you're free to fawn over me in my handsome face after.
Oh my God. Ugh, as if.
Ooh, fork in the road.
Left should lead to a side alley. That's your best bet of getting back to the door. You should go that way.
Wait, where are you going? Where does the right way go?
I think it goes back to the atrium. At least I can pretend I wasn't stuck in the booth with you all day. I still have time to take out a few grunts before the leak shows up.
Wait, you could go left with me. You've had a bad enough day as is. The League doesn't have to know.
No can do. I can't run away from a fight. All part of the whole hero thing. Comes with the job. He actually looks disappointed.
Well, here, take my card.
You have a card?
In case you ever want a break from running errands for the League.
He has a card? You want me to join Team Gold? After everything we've said?
Hey, the work sucks, but the job's great. And maybe it wouldn't hurt to have more good people among the bad guys.
Oh my god.
Plus, I get a cut of your profits as a recruit, under our recruitment structure.
Oh no. Oh, gross.
So, asking you to join is actually completely selfish if you really just think about it.
Get out of here, Garrett, and don't get cocky about today. Next time I see you.
I know. Just go easy on me next time, okay?
Oh my god. If I see you holding a bat, I'm gonna grind you into a pulp.
Fair enough. Smell you later, champion.
Smell you later. Yep. He's so lucky he's got a cute face. Oh my god. You, home at last. That's right, Kinneret. Her month off the grid starts now. Did we really throw away our phone? Just one last thing. Who are we calling?
Hello? Are you okay?
I'm fine, Bram. Just shaken up about Darius is all.
Yes, I saw the news. He got away in the end, didn't he?
Yeah, I got sidetracked inside the tower. This one Grunt really held me up for a bit.
Shoot. I'm sorry. I should have been there. I should have had your back.
Aw. He was cute. A bit. I suppose.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, my S-gear must be acting up. Did you just say the Team Gold Grunt was cute?
God.
You thought he was cute?
A little.
You know he's a criminal, right? He didn't make a move on you, did he? Is that why you got held up?
Oh my god. I shrink a little. Bram sounds upset. He's always been looking out for me. Even as my rival, he's always hovered around and over me like that. He used to be way meaner and brattier about it, but he's been consistent. He's only now been softened with the years. Hearing him so worried makes me genuinely feel bad. Relax, Bram. I just got distracted. He had a bit of an advantage for a while. That's putting it delicately. But nothing happened, I promise.
Alright, good.
That seems to calm him down a bit.
You've never called anyone cute before. Was there something about him that you're into?
Oh my god, is that jealousy? Probably not. Not particularly. I don't think so.
So, what was it? Why would you call him cute?
He just was. That's all. Let's not get into all the details. This is a far more generous way to put what happened for both parties. Although I'm given pause when I realized the first thing I had to say about him was that he was cute.
Do me a favor. I know I have no right to tell you what to do or who to be, but don't go falling for guys like that. I'd really hate to see you get hurt by some lowlife, and those guys are the biggest lowlives around. You belong with someone who would treat you nicely.
Do I? Yeah? Like who?
Well, someone on the right side of the law, for starters.
Like you, Bram? If you can find me someone like that, sure.
Listen, I know you're taking a break and all, but if you're home and I'm home, do you think maybe we could do something tomorrow? Together?
Is that a date? Probably. I guess we could.
If you're busy, don't even worry about it. It's nothing important, really.
It's a date. I'd love to.
Really?
Really. It takes everything in me not to say that would make me so happy. I feel so bad about how he left, and I felt like it's all been my fault. I don't want to overwhelm him, but I'm glad that we're actually on decent enough terms that he'd even ask to hang out.
Okay then. Shall we meet up at the concert hall in Lidelia City?
The really exclusive one?
Yes, that's it.
You think we can get in?
You are a champion. I'm sure they can make room.
But that's so fancy. Do I have to dress up at all? Or...
No, it's fine. Come as you are. Honestly, it'd just be really good to see you again. Actually, since I got back, I've been thinking about
Have you?
how we left things before.
Yes.
I have something I want to talk to you about. Just us. Somewhere nice.
Okay. What's up? Sounds important. What's
Nothing
up?
at all. Wait, no, it's a little important. I've been thinking about this ever since I got home.
Okay.
It's really important to me that you come. We'll stop by the Lidelia Scoop shop first. Get some of that gelato you like.
Wow, pulling out all the stops, huh?
Only the best for an old friend.
I'll be there.
Fantastic. I'll see you around 3. You rest up right now, though. You've been through a lot.
Oh my god.
No sleeping in or showing up late, alright?
Cross my heart.
Good night.
Click. And with that, it's just me and Kinneret. Well, he's already comatose, but still. I'm glad he's not mad at me. This easily could have gone so wrong. It's been weird without him by my side. When Bram went home, I feel like my last pillar of strength went with him. I could really use a little normality, wherever he and I can find it. But then again, a bad guy's business card? I'd better not let Bram see this. He'd get all kinds of worried. They wasn't supposed to mean anything anyways, but part of me really hopes that Garrett and I will cross paths again one day. In fact, I might actually miss him. Oh, wow. What the heck? It's embossed? Damn, must be a cushy job if they'll give a grunt cards this nice. Gah! Why do I feel all twisted up in knots? I feel pulled in 2 different directions, but I don't even know why. This all used to be so simple, but I don't know anymore. I have to admit, I'm a little envious of Garrett after today. Sure, Team Gold are a bunch of hardened criminals, but when was the last time any of the so-called good guys around me thought about my health? This guy gets a lunch break in the middle of double hijacking. Well, I get called in on my own vacation to do unpaid vigilante work, and then the League takes all the credit. Not to mention, this life drove a wedge between Bram and me, and in the end, I'm not even happy. Did I give up my best friend for a life that leaves me tired and unfulfilled, with the world taking advantage of me every chance it gets? All I wanted was my own Snaggemon journey, adventure, and excitement. But now everything's been done, and there's nothing else to do but slip reluctantly into the mundane, to just let things happen, and happen with them. Then again, as messed up as it is, I think I actually enjoyed spending time with that grunt. If things were different, I might have really liked him. I mean, it didn't help that he wasn't the same brand of dime a dozen, morally bankrupt creep that Team Gold usually throws at me. He was an actual, whole, legitimately handsome man. Maybe I've focused too much on just one kind of adventure. Maybe it's time to spread my wings. It was a little thrilling to not be the one in control for once. Being so vulnerable and open to the situation, rolling with the punches, not being able to blow the obstacles away with one move. Good night, Kinneret. Who knows? Maybe there's brand new adventures for us out there after all. Oh boy. Meanwhile...
Did you hear about Team Gold? What a train wreck!
Hijacking a broadcast tower? That's so conformist.
With a white-collar poser like Darius at the wheel, is it any surprise?
At least they got their honcho back. We're still on our own.
Just for now, so long as no one misses their mark tonight.
You sure you can handle this, hotshot?
Don't worry about me. I was born for the spotlight.
Isn't that what you said last time? Before you crashed and burned with the rest of us?
Would you move on already?
What is happening?
This'll be different. You'll see.
Oh god. He's got that look on his face again.
Whatever you've got planned, leave me the hell out of it.
Yeah, don't drag us down with you again, Norman.
I told you, my name is...
Hey, you four, focus. This ain't a rehearsal anymore. We're Team Glamour. Show a little dignity for fuck's sake. Only a few more hours till showtime. Our star is waiting for us. And you, Grunt, stick to the script this time.
I'll stick to the script all right, but not yours. Soon you'll see who the real star is around here. And my name is King.
What? What is happening? Oh no. Can we snag 'em all? Oh man. I'm so confused. Are there 4 grunts to date? It was a demo, remember? Oh boy. Well, that was Snaggemon, a grunt dating sim. I look forward to this full game. Oh my god. Alright, next game. Alright, so this last game is called Invite Me, and it's another yandere horror visual novel. Yeah. I have questionable taste, don't I? I don't know why I'm playing these. Anyways, let's start. Alright, this is a horror game demo that contains content made to induce fear. It is not recommended for those easily disturbed. If needed, please read the content warnings before continuing. I will read them for your sakes. This game contains yandere behavior, stalking, manipulation, harassment, and violent tendencies. Self-harm, blood, violence, suggestive themes, sudden tone shifts, and other material made to induce fear. If you're sensitive to any of these materials, please reconsider playing. I have to know your name. Yes, you do. As always, I am Miss Dragon. Miss Dragon. Yes, that is me. As the sun finally sets, the lengthening shadows all begin to bleed together until everything is covered in darkness. My path is only illuminated by the occasional streetlight, and I start to become nervous again, like something bad is about to happen if not shredded with caution. I start picking up my pace as I get closer to home. I didn't plan to be out for so long, especially not at night all by myself. The grocery store bag clutched tightly in my hands seems much heavier, even though it only carries the sole jug of milk that I desperately needed before leaving the house earlier. Now I'm wondering if it was really worth the trip. Turning the corner just leads to another dark road. I debate whether I should slow down to prevent tripping or just break out into a run here and now. But it's just a couple more blocks, then I'll be back at home. For some reason, nagging at the back of my mind, that didn't feel like an appealing solution either. If something dangerous really was just out of view, going back to an empty house was just like throwing a blanket over your head to keep the monsters away. It's moments like this I wish I didn't live alone. But I am probably just anxious, for no reason. I don't have any evidence that someone is really trying to hurt me. Just these paranoid feelings in the back of my mind that I should ignore. I really have to stop trying to freak myself out. All it's doing is causing me to lose sleep, which makes me more on edge. Focusing on getting home is the only thing I need to worry about for now. Then I can eat dinner, chill out, and finally get some much-needed rest. Just as I was about to turn down the last street, I see a figure sitting next to the sidewalk a few feet in front of me. I immediately stop walking and try to get a better look before getting any closer. I hear the blood start to pulse faster in my ears. They are almost fully hidden from view, so I didn't have much of a chance to see them from farther away. And they are perfectly still. I feel the fear rising in me again and stay frozen in the same spot, my muscles tense, waiting to see if the stranger makes a move. They do nothing, and since it's so dark, I can't tell if they have seen me or not. So I keep getting the feeling they are staring right at me. It's terrifying, but I can't just stand here forever. I want to go home. Swallowing the lingering morbid thoughts and stirring up some bravery, I begin to walk again until I'm only a couple of feet away from the stranger. Once I'm closer, I can finally make out some of the vague details of their face. His face. And we make eye contact. I flinch back a bit after seeing him look at me, but then I start to notice something strange. He's curled up in the grass, clutching his arms tightly to his body, and I begin to hear his heavy, uneven breaths over my own. He's hurt. Badly. As soon as I see the state he's in, I'm not only more worried than before, but now also heavily concerned for his well-being. Hello? Can you hear me all right? Are you okay? What happened? For a moment, he just keeps looking at me. His expression is unreadable. As far from any light source, but he must feel scared too. He doesn't respond at this point. I feel he may be really, really injured. Maybe he can't even understand me. Just as I reach into my pocket to try and call for help, he finally speaks up. Something happened to me earlier. I was just trying to walk home and I'm a bit hurt right now. A bit hurt? He doesn't seem like he's doing well at all. Do you need help? Can you walk? He leans forward and begins to push up on his arms like he's trying to stand up. But he quickly winces and sits back to his original position. It hurts. My arms really hurt. My legs are okay, though. How did you hurt your arms? Is anything broken? Broken? I didn't break anything. He shifts uncomfortably on the ground, trying to move his body to a more upright position. He looks at me a bit nervous. It's easier to see his face like this. And his face is a bit too cute. I didn't notice it before, but this guy has such nice wavy hair and pretty eyes. I feel kind of bad focusing on that, but the realization truly caught me off guard. My eyes shift away to focus on anything else. I shouldn't be thinking about this, and instead try to find out how to help him. I must seem so rude right now. Please don't think I'm acting weird. Is everything all right? Oh God, he thinks I'm acting weird. Everything is totally fine. I'm just a bit squeamish about broken bones is all. You don't have to worry, my arms aren't broken, just a bit hurt. Well, okay. I'm glad it's not that bad then. You should really be more careful. Getting injured on the side of the road this late is really dangerous. You're right. I'm really glad you're the one who came along. It seems like I had nothing to worry about earlier. To think I was so scared of him. I thought I was going to end up being mugged or murdered, but it ended up being a total overreaction. We think. And now I'm just having a normal conversation with a stranger sitting in the grass. Well, that isn't too normal. But I still don't really know anything about him, and he still seems pretty worried too. I would really like to know more about him too. I should try to calm him down a bit more so I can help better. He isn't going to tell me anything like this. What's your name? My name? It's Devin. He seems really shy about it. I feel kind of bad asking now. That's a really nice name. It suits you. There's no way. I think your name is much nicer. My name? Thank you. But I don't think my name is any better than yours, so your name is also very nice. We're gonna pretend that we don't think that's weird that he knows our name. That's really sweet of you to say. You're such a good person. Devin seems really touched by such a simple compliment. Does he not get them often? Don't mention it. You're not too bad yourself. He seems to freeze after I say that, as if his mind is going totally blank. Not too bad? Thank you for thinking so. I've never seen someone get so flustered from being called not too bad. I don't want to embarrass him more, but it's nice to see him distracted from the pain. It seems that conversation helped a bit, even if somewhat awkwardly. He looks off to the side, trying to distract himself. Talking to a stranger like me seems to make him pretty nervous. As a sort of anxious reflex, he begins to mess with the sleeves of his sweater. He just ends up wincing in pain after pulling on them too hard. Seeing someone be miserable like this, I can't stop myself from asking him about it one more time. Do your arms still hurt to move? Yeah. Devin tries to move his arms again, then gives up quickly. Pulls them back into his lap in a comforting position. Will he be able to make it back somewhere safe soon? It's horrible his arms hurt too much to even make it home. I feel bad just leaving you here like this. Here, let me help you walk a bit closer to your house. You shouldn't have to sit here in the dark. My house is still a bit of a walk away. I should be fine. I feel better already after talking to you. It seems I may have been a bit too worried after all. At least let me walk you to a bench nearby to rest. It's better for you than just sitting on the ground. You'll help me? I really appreciate that. I just need some help standing up, then I'll be okay to move on my own. Helping him out seemed like an easy enough offer, but actually finding a good way to lift him up gracefully was a harder task than I guessed. Setting down my grocery bag of lonely milk on the sidewalk, I walk a bit closer to Devin. We both look at each other, trying to figure out the best way to go about this. I want to lift him up without hurting him or making him uncomfortable. Eventually, he moves his legs until they are bent under him, almost in a kneeling position. Then I move beside him, wrapping my arms around his torso. As I increase the pressure of my hold on him, his breathing becomes even more labored and unsteady. His body becomes incredibly tense, despite how carefully I try to lift. Are you okay? I'm trying not to touch your arms too much, but let me know if anything hurts. It really doesn't hurt that bad. I can barely feel it. Feeling a bit more reassured after knowing he's okay, I give one final lift until he's up on his feet. We did it! Is there anything else I can do to help? I'm here if you need any. Before I can even finish what I was about to say, Devin begins to wobble over after trying to stand on his own. I quickly reach back over to hold him steady, and he ends up leaning back into my arms, clutching my shoulders to keep from falling. What happened? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Are you sure? I can call someone for you or get you a ride to a clinic if something is wrong. I think it's just my blood pressure after sitting there too long. I'm fine. Honestly fine. Do you think you can try walking on your own, or is that too much? I think I need a bit more time before walking on my own. I can just sit back down if it's too much trouble for you. It's not too much trouble at all. If you're okay with it, you can lean on me while we walk to the bench. I don't know how much you feel like moving right now. If I have your support, I'll be okay to move. Okay, I'll try to walk slowly and not put too much strain on you again. We move in a side-by-side position where his arm is over my shoulder as I wrap my arm around his back. The walk continues at a steady pace as we get halfway down the street. I feel Devin's breathing as he pushes against me for stability. It seems to still be quite quick and heavy. His body also feels cold and damp. Just how long had he been there by himself? Is he really okay? I look over to glance at Devin's face, which is completely pale with a small smile creeping onto his lips. The image is almost frightening with the state he's in. Like he doesn't even know how bad his condition is. No, like he doesn't even care. He notices me staring, and his unreadable gaze meets mine in an instant. It feels he can read every thought and intention running through my mind. Suddenly, his eyes soften as his grin turns more friendly, but the off-putting paleness is still there. You really are too kind to me, even helping me walk. For a second, I feel I can't move. I can barely breathe while looking at him directly. As I said, no trouble. I have to force myself to turn away from him and continue to focus on walking. But I can still feel him right next to me as my heart hammers faster in my chest, and I pray he doesn't notice. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Maybe it's because we've met in such a weird situation, but he looks at me differently than anyone else I've ever met. And I wonder if it's really such a bad thing. I strengthen my resolve and begin to push forward again. We finally get to the end of the street and turn the last corner. The bench is just a few feet away. Here we are. You should be able to rest right over there. I gently pull him over until he's able to safely sit down on his own. He seems a bit shaken up still, but he's much better off on a clean bench near a streetlight than on the ground in the dark. Thank you for taking me all the way here. It was so considerate of you. Even though Devin says that, he doesn't look relieved at all. I feel a bit guilty ending it like this, but just how much more can I really do? Hell, he didn't even want me to do this much. I'm glad I could help. I really hope you feel better soon. It was nice to meet you, Devin. Just as I'm about to walk away, his hand suddenly grabs mine. Devin, are you all right? I immediately turn around and hold his hand in my own while trying to be gentle with his arms. What do you need? Did you change your mind about calling for some help or going to the doctor? I don't want you to have to suffer alone, so I don't mind waiting here with you. Devin looks up at me with wide eyes, like he wasn't expecting this at all. As I begin to sit down on the bench next to him, he finally pulls his hand away and stops me. No, I didn't change my mind. Thank you, though. I just wanted to let you know. I want you to know. You left your milk behind earlier when helping me, and you probably don't want to forget that. My milk! That's right, I totally forgot. I guess I got so distracted helping you, I almost didn't remember to go back for it. Thanks for reminding me, Devin. What would I have done without you? He quickly becomes flustered again and shakes his head a bit. Didn't you say I'm the reason you got distracted in the first place? Maybe so, but it wasn't like you did that on purpose, so I'd still say you're pretty helpful. Devin looks off to the side, a bit embarrassed. I'm going to go grab my milk now, but let me know if you need anything else. I'll have to walk back by here to get home anyway, so I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, I'll see you in a minute then. I give a small wave and start to jog towards the corner we just came from. I make a turn and begin walking back down the previous road to where I left my milk. I'm really glad that Devin said something because I would have felt so ridiculous when I got home. It was the only reason I came out here and went through this wild evening after all. It only takes me a few seconds to find the lonely bag sitting on the sidewalk. The time... I'm sorry, I got distracted. It says Milk Supreme, all your favorite milk. And it has a picture of a cow, some almonds, and coconut? Is it like cow almond coconut milk? It's so weird. Oh boy. The time makes me realize just how slow we were walking before. A distance that felt like it took ages to traverse was really a short jog. I quickly glance over the milk to make sure it's still in good condition, and the jug looks perfectly fine. It was only out here by itself for a minute, but better to check than drink bad milk. I scoop up the bag into my arms and start heading back. I should really say bye to Devin before heading home and check on him one last time. I run back to the bench and see him sitting there just as I left him. Well, something seems a bit off. Seems just as unwell as ever. In fact, he's not even looking at me now. Is he ready for me to just leave now? Or does he even know I'm here? I step a bit closer, so I'm right in front of him. I try to duck down to get one last look at his face. Well, I got my milk, so I guess I'll be headed back home now. As I said before, it was nice to meet you. Get home safe, alright? Just as I'm about to leave, I finally notice the dark stains forming all over his sleeves and onto the rest of his clothes. Earlier, they were small enough that they could be mistaken for shadows, especially in the dim light, and now it seemed much more obvious. Is that blood? Now it's impossible to ignore it. The panic hit me like an anvil as I feel my heart drop. I look down at the arm I had used to help support his body when we walked over here. There was a smudge of crimson streaked across my hand that I didn't see earlier. He was bleeding. He was bleeding so much. It didn't seem possible. How did I not notice how bad it was? There was blood dripping down his hands now. Did I make it worse? Did I hurt him while carrying him here? No, I didn't mean to hurt him. Will he be alright? I lifted Devin's shoulders to look at his face. His eyes seem hazy, like he might pass out soon. You need to get to the hospital immediately. I'll call an ambulance. Why didn't you tell me you were bleeding this much? What happened to you? It's just a little bit of blood. A bit of blood? This seems like much more than a bit. Is it really that bad? Are you worried about me? Yes. Now just show me how you got injured. I walk closer and try to reach over to grab his hand. Suddenly, Devin moves up from the bench and stands in front of me. Miss Dragon, please just listen to me. I need help, but Devin seems to inhale deeply, like he's trying to rise all the courage and willpower he has. I want to rush over to help him sit back down safely, but I feel frozen in place. I just examine his face, waiting for a sign to grab, and steady him again. His eyes glance at mine, shifting from assessing to pleading, like he really wants to, needs to, tell me something. He still seems physically weak, but it's almost like he's even more energized now, like something in the past few seconds totally revitalized his conviction. We both wait as he finally gets his bearings. Will you please hear me out? Yeah, I'll listen. Devin steps a bit more into the light and raises his arms halfway into the air. Like he's trying to reveal the injury without moving his sleeves, like he's trying to shield me from just how bad it is. But all I see is more blood, and he seems to sense my concern. I didn't want to worry you too much, but it seems the state I'm in looks quite bad. To be honest, it hurts really bad too. He grimaces as he looks down at his arms. Maybe he didn't even let himself think of how painful it was before. I didn't want you to know. My arms are so much worse than I let on. Then why don't you let me call for help? Someone did this to me. They were trying to hurt me. Someone hurt you? Who? Devin looks at me with a pained expression, then he stares at his arms again, looking at the stains forming along his sleeves. A stalker. A stalker? Oh god. What? Are you being serious right now? I feel my blood begin to run cold. Out of all things, a stalker. It's true, I didn't really know what was happening until it was too late. Next thing I know, I'm on the side of the street and bleeding. My arms hurt so much, but I couldn't move. I was afraid I was going to be found again and killed. But then you found me instead, and I felt safe. I hope you understand, but I really can't go to the hospital like this. I can tell my attacker would know that's where I'd need to go, and they'd try to find me there. So I am too afraid, just thought of it happening. I was about to argue with Devin, but seeing the fear in his eyes and the way his body is shaking, I don't have the heart to disagree. It's okay, Devin, I understand. You're not going to call for help, right? No, not if you don't want me to, but why can't we call the police? You might be in real danger. Police, I really don't think that's a good idea. Makes me too nervous. Plus, I don't even think they would take me seriously after not believing me before. Looking at the blood continuing to drip from his hands, I feel it's hard to not take Devin seriously at this moment. But if he feels so certain about it, I shouldn't doubt him about this either. There has to be some solution, right? He can't just deal with this by himself and risk getting hurt even more. I want him to be able to get help. His life could be at risk, and I don't think I could go home only to see him on the news tomorrow. And what are we supposed to do? You can't keep walking around like that. I just need someplace safe. I really don't think I can just go home alone while someone is after me. And if there were some basic medical supplies, I could make it work. I've patched myself up from worse. That's concerning. It feels like an inadequate solution, but my mind is racing too much to think of a good alternative myself. One thing I know for sure, I can't just leave him like this. I may be terrified, but that's nothing compared to what Devin is going through at this moment. I've been on edge the past few weeks, with thoughts someone has been watching me, but he's been living it. I feel a bit silly trying to relate. I can't help but feel a sense of connection, though, like it was fate that I happened to be the one here to help him. Fate, huh? Anyone would know what it's like to live with this fear and how it can affect you, it would be me. And wouldn't I want someone to do the same for me if I was ever in such a dangerous situation? As I've been going through my reasoning in mind, Devin has just been staring at me with a hopeful expression. If you need someplace to go, you can come to my house. Really? I can come to your house? I have a first aid kit I bought recently. I'm not sure how helpful it will be, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, that'll work fine. Sorry, I can't believe you're really helping me. Me. I'm not going to leave you out here alone or just hand you off to people you don't feel safe with. I really do want to help you, Devin, and I find myself really meaning those words. We stare at each other for a moment, assessing this bizarre situation that's been laid out quickly in front of us. The look on his face, he seems so happy, ecstatic even. This just shows that I definitely made the correct choice, right? Or did I even have a choice to not help someone in this much peril? Doesn't feel like I did at all. I try to push down any feeling of uncertainty and move on to the next objective. So, we shouldn't stay out here for too long, right? Isn't it kind of dangerous? Yes, you're right. We should leave right away. Right now. Devin's head whips around to survey the area, but he seems quickly satisfied. I think we're safe, but it's best to be careful and hurry along. All right, then let's go. I instinctively walk over to Devin and lean against him, moving my arm across his back again. Miss Dragon, what are you doing? You still need help with walking, don't you? After all this, I can't have you falling over on me. Of course, sorry, I nearly forgot, and it surprised me. I can't help but smile at how flustered he still gets at this point, even with how horrible his night has gone. Even though we just met, Devin seems to enjoy being around me. I'm happy to think I could make what must be one of the worst days ever a bit brighter. Devin moves against my arms and we begin to walk together again. Maybe it's from doing it before, but it feels easier this time. My house is just a few buildings down, so you don't have to wait too long. And then you can just stay with me for the night and call whoever you need to call in the morning. This is really too kind of you. I don't deserve it, but at the same time I can't reject the offer. Don't feel bad for it. I really do want to help you. Am I? Is there a reason why you want to help me? Or are you just the type of person who would help anyone? Devin's face looks a bit upset when he says this. Do you think I have weird motives? I'm not really sure. I just think if I were in your shoes, I'd want someone to look out for me like this. I bet there is someone who would do anything for you. Strange compliment makes my heart thump quickly in my chest. I try to ignore it, but it's soon all I hear. Makes me feel a bit happy in some way, and I get flustered myself. To distract myself from the noise in my head, I look out into the darkness, trying to search for any stalking figures. I make sure we aren't being followed, and there doesn't seem to be another soul in sight. For the past few weeks, I've constantly been seeing moving shadows and feeling eyes on the back of my head. For the first time in a while, I don't feel anything at all. I feel safer. And as I finally see the front of my house in view, I think the rest of this wild night is going to actually be okay. You've reached the end of the demo! Thank you, Miss Dragon, for playing Invite Me In. Continue the game and see how the rest of the night unfolds later this year. The hearts above give a clue to the path you were headed on. Green, orange, and purple. Alright, well, that was questionable at best. We all know where that's gonna go, but okay. Well guys, this has been 3 random games. 3 very odd demos, but also kind of good demos. I don't know. I don't know how I feel right now. Well, anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!